Hi, hello, and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, in which we talk all things K-pop. Whoa! So this is the second episode of this new mini-series, I guess, talking about the biggest big news stories. So it won't be like every week because obviously the stuff with Hisung happened last Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Um, and now today is Thursday. Um, but I thought if a big news story happens, I'm gonna cover it. And, you know, selfishly, I'm gonna talk a bit selfishly right now. I want views. um, well, I mean, yeah. Um, I want this podcast to kind of get bigger, obviously. Um, and to do cool stuff, talk about cool stuff. And if it means talking about the current news, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So, as you know, from the title, it's about um, BPM, the 100. I'm probably going to title it The Boys Leave 100. It is like the company name is 100. I just call it The 100 because that for some reason sounds more logical in my head, but I know it is just 100. So yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Okay. So the 100. 100 is a South Korean entertainment company founded by MC Mong and Cha Gon Won in 2023. They have three current subsidiaries under them: BPM Entertainment, Million Market, and INB 100. The 100 itself currently has one group under them, the Boyz, kind of. Um, pardon me. And for some reason, I think a lot of people think that it's actually BPM who is like the parent company and 100 is under them, but no, it's the other way around. And then on to 100, also known, BPM, which is also known as Big Planet Made, is a South Korean record label and entertainment industry, founded on the 9th of July 2021 by Choi Jae-ho, and Kim Dong-jun is the CEO. And they currently have two groups under them, VVs and Bad Villain, and their soloists are Ha Sung-woon, Lee Mu-jin, Leo, Ren, Lee Sung-gyun, Lee Sung-gi, and they have two known trainees, Choi something Jung and Aoshi, and they have a couple of former artists, Mighty Mouth, Soyu, Hogak, Taemin, Ju So-min, and Kim E-koo. Then, for just going back up again, we love that this is just like on the fly. Literally, I was like, oh, I should talk about this. So we're just quickly doing it now. Million Market is a South Korean record label founded by MC Mong. And it was like the parent company was originally SM Entertainment from 2018 to 2023, but 100 um, acquired it and was established by the joint investment of NC Mong and Chago Wong. And their current artist roster is 2F, MC Mong himself, Woo Tae-woon, Oh Damryul, Won, and Yoo Hyun-min. The former artists are High Colour, a bunch of soloists, a couple of trainees. And then we have INB 100, which is a South Korean record label and entertainment company, consisting of just EXO CBX and obviously the three members in it, Jimin, Baekhyun, and Chen, I assume, made for them. So, yeah, that is kind of the law surrounding sort of stuff. So when I say this sort of stuff, it's all connected. That's why we're talking about it. Okay, so this kind of all started off with Heyman, who is if you don't know, he is a soloist and a member of Shiny. He originally was a member of Shiny and then he debuted as a soloist whilst he was still in the group. And Shiny, because I know that some people might not know who Shiny are. They are a group under SM Entertainment. They debuted in 2008, 9. That is a good point. Shiny. Helmet. Oh, 2008 on the 25th of May. See, I don't remember these things. And one of the members, obviously, Taman, he's the back name. He left SM Entertainment back in 2024. Yep, March 2024, along with leader Onyu. And yeah, Taman signed with Big Planet Made. Which, you know, there was already some, like, confusion about that, given, like, MC Mon with his issues, but people were like, okay, well, fair enough, they were sure that Taman had a reason for it. Yeah, so technically, he signed a contract for 2 years, I guess, and they just didn't re-sign. The statement being on the 24th of February, Big Planet Main Entertainment announced that Taman's exclusive contract with the agency had come to an end, and that just sort of happened. It wasn't that I don't think he, like, said anything about wanting to leave. They just left. And now Timon's under Galaxy Corporation, which is the company that G-Dragon signed with. Okay. And then earlier this morning, I I loved it, like the little lore drops. Where I'm just like, oh, how fun! This is drama. I love drama. The 100. Well, it was the so 9 members of the Boyz reportedly notified the 100 of contract termination, and the 100 responded to the reports of contract termination, and the members themselves released an official statement. So this is from the 100. Hello, this is 100 Label Co. Limited. We are issuing the following statement regarding the exclusive contracts between our company and the Boyz members. Our company signed contracts with all 11 members of the Boyz and paid substantial exclusive contract fees to each member on the promise that they would fulfill their exclusive contract period as one team. However, due to various controversies involving the members last year, this promise was broken. This even led to one member leaving the team, making normal group activities difficult. You know, that's really do him. And like his controversies. Nevertheless, we have tried to persuade our affiliated partners who suffered losses and have worked to maintain group activities despite enduring significant financial losses. In light of this, requests from the Boyz members to terminate their exclusive contracts, ignoring these circumstances, cannot be accepted. Furthermore, some of the content in the fact article reported today is inaccurate. We clearly state that our company maintains support of the Boyz, including vehicles, managers, and practice rooms, as before, and expressed our willingness to continue doing so. However, the members themselves rejected this, ignoring our support. They claim that CEO Gawon used the dormitory deposit for the Boyz members is completely baseless and malicious, and is a outright falsehood. In this regard, our company intends to take strong legal action against the fact. I mean, I don't know. The problem with like speculating on this is obviously we don't know the full story. It's like with when we first heard about Hybe taking doing an audit on a door in Minheejin. Like, we didn't know the full scope of what was going on, and that Minheejin is like insane. So it's kind of hard to say anything about it, but you know, when like obviously you would want to kind of side with the artist, and we did for 50/50, and that turned out to be somewhat false, kind of the claims. And then, people did it for New Jeans, and it turned out to, well, I think we were all we knew enough to know that New Jeans didn't have grounds for contract termination. So, like, you know, it wasn't something that we could just be like, oh yeah, we support New Jeans. Like, the general census is that we support New Jeans. Like, it wasn't that. We knew that, like, New Jeans didn't have really a reason to do it. It was Minhee Jin that was kind of encouraging them to do it. But from what we know of the Boyz, with Joo Ha-kyun being removed from the Boyz due to meeting, like, I think the general thing is like he met with a lady who he just was hanging out with a lady who was a lady of the night at some point during her career, and he was removed because of that. Like, from what we currently know, it doesn't make sense why they would want to stay. And the fact that 100 has been founded by someone who has many controversies under his belt with like MC Monk, he tried to get teeth removed so he wouldn't have to do his military service, and that's like not good. Like trying to get out of military service in Korea is like a massive no-no. And like people who have been told, Taekyon from 2 p.m., he was told that he didn't have to do his military service because of his like shoulder injuries. So he actually went ahead and got shoulder surgery, was reassessed, and then was able to do his military service. Like, that's how much military service is important to South Korean citizens. So like that was not a good situation. So I didn't really see in as to why Taemin and all these people would sign with that company, but I guess, like, I'm sure there's reasons for it, but I wouldn't. To be fair, I don't think any company is really that ethically good. Like, South Korean labor is really that ethically good, but here we are. So we're on to the statement the Boyz put out, but it's through a lawyer. So, hello, this is lawyer Kim Moon-hee from law firm Ilchon LLC. We are providing this official statement on behalf of the Boyz members: Sangyeon, Jacob, Younghoon, Hyunjae, Juyeon, Kevin, Q, Sungwoo, and Eric, hereinafter referred to as the artist. Also, New, the other member, he didn't file a petition to that I can't speak, terminate his exclusive contract due to quote unquote personal reasons. It could be for a myriad of different reasons. Obviously, it could be that he has some solo schedules that he still needs to complete and that he feels like he needs to complete. It could be that he is an ambassador for a certain company, that if he was to file a petition against the company, he would lose out on that sort of stuff. He could be doing solo music, or he could be doing lots of different things. We don't know the official reason, but I'm sure he has communicated with the members, and that this isn't, going to affect him joining them under a different company. It's just that it's kind of like with the Luna members, that not one of them filed to leave Blockberry, but they all ended up kind of still doing stuff together-ish. Okay. Regarding the termination of their exclusive contracts and their future activities, the artist notified 100 Label Co. Limited, hereinafter referred to as the agency, of the termination of their exclusive contracts on February 10th, 2026, due to the agency's severe breach of their exclusive contracts and the irreparable damage to the trust relationship resulting therefrom. Accordingly, we inform you that the exclusive contracts have been lawfully terminated and their validity has ceased. Previously, the agency failed to pay the artist proper settlements for all activities from July 2025, following the payment of settlement for the second quarter of 2025, which so if you don't know, quite a lot of businesses they have obviously they have 4 quarters within a year, and it's split up into 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So it'd be the first quarter of this year. So we'll get like a quarterly report at the end of this month, right? March, and then the second quarter we get another report at the end of June, then at the end of September, then it's the end of December. So they paid for the first 3 months of the year. So from start of January to the end of March, they did that. Sorry, no, start of April to the end of June. They paid for those 3 months, but they have not paid from July 2025 until the 10th of February. That's like the amount. And that would actually be quite a bit given how much stuff the boys have been doing. Well, maybe not actually because of the amount of issues and concerts being cancelled and Kevin going half of this actually, but it would be a substantial amount of money. And it would be like if your employer just refused to pay you and you had bills to pay, and it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, what am I meant to do with this? So, yeah. In case you were curious. Furthermore, despite repeated requests from the artists to review basic documents such as contracts to verify the transparency of payments, the agency refused without justifiable reason, therefore abandoning its fundamental and essential obligations as a management company under the exclusive contracts. Moreover, recent media reports have revealed circumstances in which the agency received advance payments amounting to tens of billions of won, approximately tens of millions of dollars, based on the artist's entertainment activities. Despite this, the agency has not provided any responsible explanation or satisfactory clarification regarding the current situation where the artists are not being paid their settlement amounts. During this, the artists silently continued their activities to keep their promises to fans, despite the long-standing uncertainty. However, the agency not only failed to properly support the necessary expenses for the artists' entertainment activities, but also virtually abandoned normal management operations, such as defaulting on payments to staff who dedicated themselves on site for several months. The psychological distress and pressure the artists had to endure in an environment where even basic support was cut off was immeasurable. Ultimately, they concluded that they could no longer overlook or continue this situation, and with the devastating conclusion and the mutual trust relationship has become irreparably broken, they made the difficult and heavy decision to terminate their exclusive contracts. Nevertheless, the artists have collectively agreed that this situation could not cause harm to innocent third parties, including fans, various partners and stakeholders. Therefore, they have made the difficult decision to proceed with the April concert and promise to responsibly and faithfully fulfill all other confirmed schedules. To repay the love sent by fans, they will do their best in team activities as well as in their individual capacities. Meanwhile, after sufficient discussion with the artist regarding this matter, the Boyz member New expressed his personal intent to maintain his exclusive contract. The artists respect each member's own choice and position, and the Boyz will explore various options and cooperate as needed in the future to find the best direction for the team and fans. Finally, we earnestly request that you refrain from speculative reports or or indiscriminate conjectures that differ from the facts regarding this matter. Please continue to send warm encouragement and unwavering support to the members who continue to do their best in their respective roles. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, like, with New, yeah, honestly, it could be that he has schedules, like he has plans in place, and we could find out those things, and maybe he'll eventually like join the other members. We just don't know quite. We can't look into the future. But I can't imagine that after 8 years that they would just kind of not support New in his choice, you know. So yeah, that's fine. And also, with this whole drama, it has been reported that VV's leaving Lee Jin and Bio have notified Big Planet Made of their contract terminations, and the agency has also briefly responded. Woo! So they haven't, put out a full statement. The people who have supposedly terminated their contract haven't put out a statement just yet. That could come, and I will obviously update you when that comes out. But yeah, it was citing. So they sent a notification of termination of their exclusive contract, citing serious violations of their exclusive contracts and breakdown of the relationship of trust. Yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised. I have never really. I think I've even said it on here, but I don't personally trust Big Planet. Like, I didn't trust them before, and now I don't trust them now. And it's just a little bit. Have they said anything? No, they haven't. I was just checking again. They haven't said anything about that, but yeah, I do hope that things are solved soon. That if the members are wanting, if all of the people who are currently under Big Planet Made, the whole 100 as a whole, like any artists who are under companies associated with that, they're able to still work and they aren't heavily affected, this all goes well. I hope it goes well for them. But yeah, for the current moment, we don't know too much, but I can't imagine that this will go particularly well for 100. Yeah. Thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon, hopefully with an update on this situation. Bye.